Okay, so how to understand like the landscape of your Bible. I really like using these little tabs. Basically, the Bible is separated into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections. So we're gonna go through them one by one. The first section of the Bible is called the Torah, is the first 5 books as Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. The really cool thing, if you start laying out your Bible with these tabs and putting a little sticky note right here, just like at the top, is to organize the different sections of your Bible so then it's really easy to flip through. And if you're lucky, your Bible will have at the beginning of each of these sections a little bit of a synopsis of every single book that's included, you know, a little bit of an idea of what the book is about. So that's a really great hack to use if you're reading a book and you're like, hey, how can I summarize this? You can go to that little section. Right here it says the Pentecost is the first 5 books of the Bible called the Torah, the Hebrew scriptures. So if you want to read about Moses and basically the beginning of everything, that is these 5 first books. The next section in your Bible is called the historical books. This includes Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther. Just to give you some context, like these are historical books. So that means they're not poetry books. They're not the wisdom book. You know, this is obviously before Jesus comes. This is all the Old Testament. The next section is the poetic and wisdom books, and that includes Job, the Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, and Lamentations. This is where you're gonna find the wisdom and the poetry of the Bible, which is one of my favorite sections. The next section is the prophets, and so this includes all of the prophecies and all of the prophets that you can read through in this section. That is the last section of the Old Testament, is the prophets. First section of the New Testament is the Gospels. So you've got obviously Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. This whole section is just those 4 books of the Bible. The next section is Acts. Acts is basically just its fully owned section, and we can see here at the title page what Acts is about. That's only 1 book in its entirety, like full section. And then the next section we have is the letters of Paul. And so this is like a very large part of the New Testament. The letters of Paul go in order of longest to shortest. So Romans is going to be the longest letter from Paul. And at the very end here, we've got Philemon, which is the shortest, 1 chapter. So like I said in the beginning of the table of contents, if you're really wanting to make some progress in reading your Bible, start with some of the shorter books like Timothy, Titus, James is a great book too. And then you're gonna be able to start checking some of those books off your list and feel like you're really making headway of like, I've read this full book of the Bible. The final section is the general epistles and Revelations. We're gonna have the very end of Revelation, which I've heard it put before. If you really want to understand a book, you can read the first chapter and the last chapter. That's something that you can do as well. Keeping these tabs in order to organize each of your sections is going to make such a big difference. And you can see just even the color coding, the orange represents the Old Testament and the New Testament is yellow. That's basically just what I wanted to share with you guys today. How to organize your Bible, kind of just understand the layout so you know what you're reading, really get a landscape of everything. Don't let the Bible overwhelm you, because that can become really easy to do, obviously. Just set a goal for yourself. Just try and be in the Word a little bit every day and really pray that God gives you a thirst for His Word. If you like this video, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any other questions about reading your Bible as somebody who came from the New Age, definitely let me know below because I would love to connect with you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.